Alright, so I've taken a little break from the internet recently, but one thing I've kind of noticed is like the excessive drama that's been happening within like the PvP community. And like I used to do a lot of PvP all the time. I still like do it occasionally, but like, the big thing for me is I try and like keep up with it a little bit. But the big thing is like the person Marlow. Um And frankly, I don't know like a whole lot about the entire thing, if I'm being totally honest. I'm not gonna come on here and be like, oh, I know everything. Because I just don't. But the big gist of like what I've gotten so far is that like Marlow is the top PvP player in a bunch of different categories. I don't know the names of those categories off the top of my head, but apparently she's being outed as someone who like faked her identity or something like that. Um, which I mean, that sucks. Um, and like looking at it from like a broader perspective, it's definitely like I think it's worse than like it just immediately seems because like you would think, oh, someone's faking their identity, they probably have a good reason, which is like fair if they have a good reason, sure, but like it's apparently like the identity people are kind of going with. Um, I think there was like some proof or something like that. There's this guy named Danger Mario, I think his name was, and he's like I think he like cheated or something a while back. I don't know. Like again, I know nothing about this entire situation. Like I I'm probably the wrong person to be talking about it, but I don't know. The entire reason I'm even talking about it and bringing it up is just the fact that like the entire situation is just interesting to me because like I'm not a girl, obviously from my voice. So I don't know how like girls are feeling about the situation, but I know like one big thing in like esports especially and I mean I'm not going to call Minecraft PvP an esport, but it is competitive enough to where, you could be somewhat serious about it. But I think like the big damn I suck. I think the big thing is that like it probably sets girls back a bit on like keeping up with like the guys in the space because I mean, even as a guy, like, and this isn't me like bragging about it or anything because I know the internet can take it that way. Um, Esports and just like competitive gaming in general is just a male dominated thing. It's just a male dominated space, I should say. Like girls can like obviously compete, but like it's not very likely. Like I watch a lot of Valorant, for example, right? And like on Valorant, it's not very often you see a girl make it into like tier one. Um, I think the closest thing we've had to it is like not even a player, but like Coach Potter being there, and she's like the big one I can think about who like is even in like tier one Valorant. But like with the whole Marlow thing, it's weird because you know if a girl's doing so well, it's like obviously the big assumption is like, is it actually a guy? Which is it's a terrible assumption, but like with how dominated male competitive sports is, again, not saying Minecraft is a esport or anything, but for the sake of this, we'll just say it is, right? With how like dominated like competitive gaming is by males, obviously there's going to be some speculation and people are going to be doing digging. Um, and I don't know, the entire thing's just, it sucks. Because, like, some people, like, maybe some girls were like, wow, you know, Minecraft PvP looks kind of cool. And there's a girl who's, like, the top player or whatever. And that looks, like, really cool. I want to do that too. And, I mean, I don't know. My opinion, PvP has kind of been dying out a bit. Besides, like, the leaderboards, which I heard Marlow was, like, one of the people who, like, helped make the leaderboards or something like that. And that's why she was number one or something. And people were like upset about that. But it's also like, I don't know. I get that, but it's also, it's not just one person who controls the leaderboard. There's multiple. So I feel like that's a silly little argument. But, anyway, apparently Marlow released a video a while ago. And I kind of like watched it a bit. I think I watched like the first half an hour of it. Just because, like, anyway, I think I watched the first like half an hour of it because I was just genuinely interested in the entire subject. Um, but like, apparently, one of the big things that like was talked about with Marlow was that her voice was like an AI kind of thing, and with her like AI voice, people would try and get her to do. I forgot what exactly it was, but it's something that an AI voice just can't replicate. I think it's like a pitch thing, or like a tone of how to say something. The AI just can't replicate it, which that's pretty smart. Credit where credit's due. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Is there a minecart or something I'm supposed to ride? I'm lost. Oh, over here. Okay. Um, as you can tell, I've played this map many times. But, yeah, so they tried to do that with Marlow, and Marlow comes out and says, oh yeah, I've been using an AI voice, but the AI voice was only because of my, like, strict parents and, like, the online stuff. And I was watching a video before I made this video, and, like, the person I was watching kind of made a good point where it's um, like, if I had strict parents who, like, cared that much about what I'm doing online, I wouldn't even be online in the first place. Like, maybe they'll let me play games or something, but it's not gonna be like with as free of internet access as that. They'd be monitoring everything. Like I wouldn't even be able to post YouTube videos, which is like that that was the weird part to me, I guess, was like how is she able to post YouTube videos if like her parents are like super strict, which like I'm not gonna like give my whole side on the whole Marlow thing, because frankly, again, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I just hang out here. But so I don't know if Marlo's like actually a girl or not, or like anything like that. If you were to ask me what side I'm leaning, probably leaning more toward the probably not, with all the evidence that's there. The whole Marlow video was interesting because there was an actual girl on the screen and she was just like, yeah, I'm Marlow, I'm face revealing, and this is like, you know, my response to everything that's going on. There was another thing as well about like her montages being faked. And I found, I'm not gonna lie, as someone who's done Minecraft montages a few times, I find that like really funny because like, wow, I cannot do a parkour jump. That's not why it's funny though. But I can't imagine faking a montage because all the ones I made, it's like, oh shit. Um, well, good thing I died. But all the ones I've done, it's like they take a while to make, and they're montages because people want to see your actual clips. Like I get like, oh, I'm a YouTuber, I have to post it, but like if people genuinely care about what you do as a content creator and like the type of like clips you can produce, they'll wait as long as it takes for like a new montage because it's an authentic thing. Wow, I am terrible. But they'll wait because it's an authentic thing. Or at least that's my view. And like, yeah, you might be the greatest like PvPer on that leaderboard right now, but like it doesn't mean anything and your credibility kind of goes out the window if like you're just admitting outright to faking things. That's kind of my view on it, right? And I mean, you might disagree with me. I mean, I don't really care. I'm just kind of making this video because I thought it'd be interesting to talk about, but like I don't I don't know. The entire thing is just very it's interesting because of that, I guess. Like all of her claims that have been made have been like silly to me, I guess. Like first with the parent thing and then also with like the montage thing, which like again, why fake your clips in the first place? There's no reason to, I would imagine. But fuck, what do I know? I mean, you don't see me posting montages. Not anymore, at least. But, like, you know, you would think that would kind of be the end of it with, like, Marlow face revealing, releasing, I think it was, like, a 3-hour long video, which is actually insane to me. I couldn't imagine, I've had to make a few response videos in my time, and I can't imagine having to release a 3-hour one. Like, that's actually insane. But I feel like part of me, like, is actually wondering if not responding would have just been better for Marlow. Because, I mean, if you don't respond, usually everything just kind of goes away after a while. I suck at these parkour jumps, and I'm very sorry you have to watch these. But, everything kind of blows over after a while. Like, I'm not sure if you guys have actually, like, paid attention to Minecraft drama, that much. But one of the big, like, scandals, I say scandals, but one of the big things was, like, Dream speedrunning back in fucking, I don't know, 2021, 2020, when his or not his manhunt, his speedrunning, I don't even think it was a world record, but just one of the runs he submitted turned out to be faked. And then he, like, released, again, a giant ass, video saying he had, like, some Harvard fucking, scientist or whatever to, like, go through and say it was possible for whatever happened to happen. And then it turns out he, like, had, like, a data pack or some shit, and it was like, okay, cool. Like, you're no longer credible, so that's great for you, man. But that's kind of what this reminds me of in a way, that whole situation, because it's not as big, obviously, because Marlow's not as big as Dream, but, and I know I'm kind of yapping out of my ass here as well, but it's like, that whole thing, that's kind of just what it reminds me of. She's not as big, obviously, like I just said, but, like, just the absurdity of it is just kind of crazy. But the thing with the Dream is it wasn't, like, to this level. I was accidentally holding my A key that entire time. I'm very dumb. But, I mean, like, again, with the whole Marlow thing, it's very, it kind of sets, like, the whole PvP community back a bit, because now, like, any top PvPer can be, like, just questioned as well. I don't know how much that's been happening, but, like, that would be kind of my first thought, is, like, who's, like, actually legit and who's not. But, like, you know, credibility is, like, everything in, like, a world where anything can be faked, especially now with, like, AI and whatnot. And, you know, when you have someone who literally outright admits to using an AI voice changer, it makes everything interesting as well. Apparently people are assuming that, like, the Danger Mario guy, like, hired an actress to, like, pretend to be Marlow for a couple hours or whatever. But, like, I don't know. Like, part of me is like, a response, if you're gonna make a response, it should have taken, like, it shouldn't have taken this long to make one. I don't remember when the Marlow video was released. I'll probably put it on screen, or if I don't, sorry. But, frankly, I don't care enough to. That'll probably be it. But I don't know. It's very interesting because, like, she took forever to release a response video. So, you know, again, my entire thing is just like, you know, you take forever to release a response video, and now, you know, wow, that is kind of loud. But you take forever to release a response video, and then you're just kind of assuming people are gonna believe you based off of things that you say. And I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think it's fair to believe her, but, like, it's also been so long. It's like, if you just didn't respond, people probably would have just let it blow past and just assume it's just some more drama with a Minecrafter. Because there's always drama with a Minecrafter, am I right? But, yeah, that's kind of my whole spiel about it, I guess. I'll probably do some more like actually looking into the situation. Um, Normally I do that before I make these types of videos, but I just found the entire thing kind of interesting. If you guys want more like yapping sessions like this, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. You guys, every YouTuber fucking says it. And with that all in mind, I will probably catch you guys in the next video, whenever the hell that'll be. So, thanks for watching, and peace.